This video is brought to you by 30 Days of Calm. Get 30 days of breathing practices, meditations, and gentle yoga poses, all designed to bring you calm and relieve your stress. Go to yogatraveler.net/30 days of calm. Hello, welcome to Move into Meditation. Yoga asanas, the movement of yoga, were originally designed so that the yogis could sit and meditate. They wanted their bodies to be flexible enough to sit on the floor, to open up, backs eased, so that they could sit and meditate. Not just stilling the body, but also stilling the mind. When we do these movements that are very rhythmic, as you'll see today in our practice, that are linked with the breath, it gives the mind something to attach to so that we're not maybe moving into that anxious mind, monkey mind, jumping from thought to thought. We can focus on the movement, on the breath, one movement at a time. And that's what we'll be working with today with our short movement practice and then moving into meditation. If you have a wall, a blank wall, that is where we will do our meditation, legs up the wall. If you don't have that space, don't worry about it. Grab a couch pillow or I have a meditation pillow here, something that you could just prop yourself up on so that you can sit and do the meditation and be comfortable for a moment while you meditate. So your choice, but let's begin. Let's start standing with hands at heart center. And we'll just begin by focusing our breath. So start to breathe in and out just through your nose. I like to close my eyes. I like to internalize a little more and take some of the external distractions away. Let's just check in with our movement. So open your eyes, take a breath, inhale, feel that nice reach and expanse through the sides of the body. Exhale, swan dive your way down. You could take it down as far as you're able to. Don't worry about touching the floor, although you may. You can bend your knees. You can ease into this bend. And then let's slowly move up the body and bring the shoulders back. But let's build on into a sequence that we can move with our breath. So inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, take your hands behind you, clasp them together behind your back. Press into your fingers. Inhale, look up, opening the shoulders, opening the chest. Exhale, fold forward. If you can pull your hands away from your back. If you're very tight in your chest, just let your hands rest on those hips. Release your hands down. Let's bend our knees. Inhale, swoop to Utkatasana, chair pose, getting a little bit more into the hips and feeling some support through our center. Exhale, fold back down, straightening out the knees. All of this is good for hamstring and back release. Inhale, reverse swan dive, reach it up to the sky. Exhale, bring it back to heart center. Good, let's do that 3 times to really feel that meditative movement. Inhale, lift your arms up overhead. Exhale, take your hands behind you, clasp them together. Inhale, press into the hands, look up, lengthen the chest and the back. Exhale, fold forward, trying to pull our hands away from our back if we can. Inhale, bend your knees, lift to Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, fold forward, straightening out your knees as best as you can. Inhale, reverse swan dive, reach it up. Exhale, hands at heart center. Let's do it again. Inhale. See how moving with the breath, slow movements, that can be meditative all in itself. Exhale, hands behind, clasped together. Inhale, look up. Exhale, pull hands away from the back as you fold down. Inhale, bend your knees, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhale, Samasthiti. One more time. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hands behind you, clasped together. Inhale, press into the fingers, feel the joy of the chest opening. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, straighten your knees if you can. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhale, hands at heart center. Nicely done. Now let's move into a second short sequence. Reach your arms up. Clasp your hands again, but flip and lean to the right so that you're pulling on that left side of the body. Just more length. Gravity weighs down on us all day. Or try to decompress. And back to the center. Inhale. Exhale. Lean to the left, pulling on that right side of the body. Inhale. Back to the center. Let's take our hands behind us and bring our fingertips toward the hips. Exhale, draw your elbows toward one another, and then start to lean back. So we're supporting our back, but we're feeling a release in the front of the body, shoulders, neck. Inhale, come back forward. Let's take it down. Massage your legs on the way down, just a little bit with your hands. Exhale, down to the floor. Inhale, look up, halfway lift. Exhale, take your hands down and step your way back to a plank. You can be on your knees here if you want. Take Chaturanga all the way to the ground. And then crisscross your hands and lay down on your hands. Just submit yourself to the earth, allowing the body to settle, the mind to settle, feel at peace and rest. Now as you lift up, place your hands for Cobra right underneath your armpits. Take 3 Cobras here. Inhale, lift. Feel the low back waking up. Exhale, lower. A little bit of triceps as well. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And now on the inhale, lift onto your knees. Let your knees open a little wider and sit yourself back to a child's pose. Opening up your hips, your back, your sacrum, and stretching out through the sides of the body. Now let's move that piece of the sequence, but we're going to add a little bit, possibly, if you want. So we'll start it with our plank here. You can stay lifted, you can drop down onto your knees, that's an option. We're going to lower either all the way to the stomach or halfway. Lower down, so Chaturanga. Now you can do your Cobra if you're on your stomach, or if you're not on your stomach, press and lengthen the arms into Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Now you can move to a child's pose by dropping the knees, or you can move through your feet and up into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Good, let's do that 2 more times. You decide how intense you go. Inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, chaturanga, or all the way to the floor. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, child's pose or downward facing dog. One more time. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana or cobra. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Settle the breath, settle the body, feel that warmth. And now let's move into meditation. Release your knees down onto the mat and prepare your position. So you're either sitting on a pillow or some kind of bolster, or you're putting legs up the wall. So you can scoot your hips right up against the wall and then lay yourself down and trying to keep the hips as close as you can to the wall. Finagle those legs up. Once you're in this position, you should feel fairly comfortable and at ease. We've got that ground supporting us underneath. You can extend your arms. If your hamstrings feel really tight, just take that pillow, elevate your hips, put it underneath your hips. So either seated or legs overhead. Let's take our meditation. So start by paying attention to your breath. Notice your body. Where is the spaciousness? Where is there tension? Move your attention to your back and its contact with the floor, or to your seat and your contact with the floor or the pillow. Allow yourself to feel supported here. Holding this support is your body's awareness. Turn your breath and attention toward your heart space. Is there fear? Is there hope? Is there a little bit of both? Just notice. Once again, release into the support against your back or your seat as deeply as you are able. As you do, is there room to relax and soften your heart space and to create more space on the exhale? Explore without judgment. Begin to expand your attention to the room around you. Allow yourself time to gently transition into the space. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And if your legs are up the wall, bend your knees and slowly ease yourself onto one side so you're laying on one side of your body. Gently press yourself up to a comfortable position, seated on your mat, on a pillow. And let's bring our hands to heart center. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe said, "The greatest thing in this world is not so much where we stand, as in what direction we are moving." Thank you for doing this moving into meditation with me. Namaste.